way because of that happening. Ouch, it doesn't matter, it's fine. Well, who cares? And so anyway, listen, I have scars. I used to tear the skin off my back just because I like the way it feels. Like, I have scars all over my back from it. If you ever see me outside, if I'm never
oh man,
ever not wearing a shirt, you can see it. And yes, and I've scratched my arm, I've stabbed a fork in my arm. This is nothing, okay? It's not a big deal. I've broken my own teeth out. It's not a big deal. Now, I'm not in a
your teeth look fine.
enjoyer of like any of this kind of stuff anymore, but you know, as younger it was a little bit different. And so anyway, that's what happens. Another Tuesday. Why? Well, it depends. The fork in my arm is because I missed it.
Why does it depend whether or not it's Tuesday?
Spell Reflective Cyclone and Burning Crusade, which if you played the game, you'd understand because it's just bullshit, right? Just total bullshit. And so anyway, and that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. And when it rains, it pours. Yes, when it rains, it pours. And so I wake up.
Does it rain Asmongold?
I couldn't sleep. I slept for like maybe 3 hours. I wake up. I immediately tear my fucking toenail off. There's blood everywhere. And I actually had to put a bandage on for this one.
That's worse than falling through the roof. That's disgusting. But I actually did that the other day too. It didn't bleed, but never mind.
Because of how bad it was. And so then I wake up and I go to the store. I'm about ready to go stream. And I get into my room like, this smells like fucking dead rats. God damn it. And so I go into my attic. I fall through the fucking ceiling in my attic.
Maybe they're scared of you, and because you actually left the house, they came out.
Attic. And then I'm sitting there like, this is me. I'm right here. And I'm like, son of a fucking bitch. So I get up immediately after this happens. I do the smartest thing.
That'd be terrible to fall on your tailbone. I'm actually glad you're alright.
Possible. I literally just get up and step over the hole, and I keep doing it, right? I'm still looking.
Wait, so you never fell down?
I don't even give a fuck about falling through. I'm like, okay, I'm like doing this.
Oh, was his butt was hanging down, like, from the ceiling, I guess? And he was still up there?
So I'm like, okay, I can move my legs, move my arms. All right, well, nothing's broken, I'm fine. And so let's just keep going. And anyway, I still couldn't fucking find the thing, right? That was it. Is the TV still there? Yeah, this is my ex-girlfriend's TV. She left when she moved out. You know how it is. But anyway, so yes, that's her TV. Is it? Yes, this is Pink. That's Pink Sparkle's television right there. And should have recorded this. If I could have, I would have. Okay, guys. I understand that it was really funny, and I've fallen down my stairs probably 30 times. There was one.
What? You've fallen down your stairs 30 times. I've fallen down a couple of stair sets when I was like 6. What is happening? Like, what are you carrying to where you fell 30 times down the stairs? Was it... Hopefully you weren't carrying a PC. Maybe it was like heavy groceries or something. You're trying to move things from one side of the house to the other. But maybe it's an exaggeration. That could be a possibility.
Time I fell down my stairs and I was holding on like my space heater and my drink, and obviously like I threw them both up in the air, and I was just sitting there laughing after I was falling at the bottom of the stairs. I was just laughing. I was like, man, this should have been so funny if somebody could have watched it. But I've never broken a bone. I've never even come close. I've never fractured anything ever. I've like ran into things. I've slammed my hand against things. I've had my foot run over by a car. You know, I'm basically going to be fine, right? I mean, unless something crazy happens. So I'm not really that worried.
That's pretty impressive that you had your foot run over by a car and it didn't break one of the small bones inside of your feet. But yeah, once again, glad you're alright. I don't actually like it when people get harmed.
About it, but knock on wood. Hey, yeah, knock on wood. Well, actually, a really funny thing about that, about knock on drywall, and so yeah.
What am I doing with my night?
Yeah, this would be good content. Yeah, yeah, sure. And so you broke your crusty toenail? Not necessarily. No, it was just I tore part of it off, and there was like a little edge of it that was like you know, pointy. And I just caught it against something, and it tore the entire fucking thing off, right? That's what it was. And is that a support beam? No, that was a support beam. And so
Okay, that's pretty funny.
anyway, yeah, basically I had this happen. And by the way, I already fixed this.
Hey.
And so yesterday, after all this was happening, I'll go ahead and show you right here. My dad always taught me whenever I was a kid, he said that every time that something bad happens to you, turn the situation in a way to make it even better than before it happened. And so I try to use that as much as I can. And so yesterday I used my vacuum cleaner. I vacuumed up the entire floor. Everything's totally fine.
That looks like a black hole. Everything else looks straight, but the carpet looks straight. But yeah.
To be fair, I didn't vacuum this. I just fucking shook it out outside. That's why it's kind of dirty. And
how do you shake out a hole?
I did everything. It's already done. Like, it's already done. And this is after, by the way, I had then I had to go to Verizon to help my dad get a new phone, right? And so I'm getting my dad a new phone at the same time. And then also, like, I'm like, okay, well, you want to try an iPad, right? Because I was going to buy him an iPad. And so then I do this, and I actually took a bath yesterday, too, because I was like...
You mean like a shower or like a bath? Because it's, you know, that's pretty sophisticated. I don't really take baths, I take showers.
Well, I was picking my nose.
Is that a metaphor? Please tell me that's a metaphor.
Just gonna be honest, right? I was picking my nose, and all the boogers were black. And I was like, I think we need to get some professionals in here. This doesn't seem very good. And so...
I'm trying to stay on this video, I really am. There are some differences between me and this man. This might be one of them. This guy right here. Actually, it's a girl. It's a girl bird. And it's not stuff. See? It fights.
So I am going to hire some professionals and actually get the house cleaned up. My goal originally, whenever I...
If you don't have money, I'm surprised, because all of my friends watch your videos all day.
I cleaned my house. This was kind of...
Not all of my friends, most of them.
A while ago. And blood? No, I can tell the difference between blood and dirt. Trust me, it's not blood. And anyway, so that's what's going to happen. I've already begun the process. I have somebody that's working on it for me, like making it happen. It is literally happening as we speak, right? And so that's pretty much it. I'm too under-leveled for this dungeon, man. I am, and I thought to myself,
what a humble man.
Insanely, like, because I can say, oh, I have super fast reflexes, and I was able to stop myself or whatever. Yeah, maybe that's true. But
Can you explain what actually happened? Like, did you actually fall to the floor? Or did you stay up there but part of your body fell through the ceiling?
I also really got lucky. I got insanely fucking lucky.
Good, I'm glad you're alright. Honestly, seriously.
I could have hurt myself. I could have broken a bone. I could have died. I'm not doing that again. Like, I'm willing to take risks, right? I'm willing to take risks, but this is a bit much, right? Were you alone? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I live by myself. And so, yeah, that's it. And, so glad you're okay. No big balls. Well, hey, I'm the kind of guy... Okay, listen. Like, I used to always do things that you shouldn't do with my friends whenever we grew up. And one time we almost got in trouble with the individuals that get you in trouble, and you get in trouble a lot, right? We really almost got caught. And I told myself, and I was like, I was like, okay, guys, that was it. That was the last time I'm ever going to do this again. And so they're like, oh, yeah, right. And like, I actually quit entirely. I quit. They didn't. One of them went to prison. And I never went to jail. I never got arrested.
So if you're wondering, I did get pooped on right now. Oh, that's bad. So I have to change shirts and retrieve the cockatoo. So I guess I am gross after all.
I never even got pulled over. I never got in trouble at all. So I know when to hold them. I know when to fold them. And bro, I fucking folded yesterday. I'm gonna be honest. I folded. And so I figure, you know what? That's okay. And I'm gonna go and get, like, basically there's like maybe 5 or 10 different things that are wrong with my house in like a big way. And somebody was talking about like asbestos and everything. I've got to text my friend.
Asbestos. I wonder what part of the country you live in. Or maybe you're in Canada. You don't have an accent though, so it makes it hard to tell. No, I think I read maybe Texas. I think it's in Texas. Or like Florida or Texas. Asbestos.
Because like his grandma lives up the street, and like, you know, we grew up together. I've got to ask him, like, do you know, did your grandma ever get the ceiling checked for asbestos? Because like our houses were built at the same time. Yeah, I've got to hit up Zach McElreevy and see what's going. Is your tailbone okay? Sure. Yeah. No, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Yeah, there's no issue at all. When was your house built? I think 1975, somewhere around there, 1980. So, yeah, we're going to have it checked for asbestos. Yep. We're going to have it checked. Uh-huh. Yep. For sure. And so, did that happen today? It's not going to happen today. It'll take a little bit of time, but I've already got everything patched up.
There was one comment in the live chat that just says you're going to get cancer.
Up and everything, and we're okay. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. Give me 1 second.
I wonder if I'll get flagged for filming a YouTube video. And there's also a game's audio that I'm running in the background. I'm not going to say what game it is, but I wonder if I'll get flagged for that, or if it's too dynamic and it can't actually detect individual sound effects of the game, but that's all boring information.
I think I have a little bit of a cough from it. Not really. Because, like, I've been trying to, anytime I've coughed anything up, I look to see if there's any debris in it or anything. But, no, not really. I looked it up also, by the way. And this is what they said about asbestos, is that it's not... Well, number one, they said asbestos is not good for you. Do not put it on...
We all know that.
Pizza. Don't use it as a mixer for alcohol. And also, do not inject it either. Yeah, they said this is not good
That's like injecting cotton candy.
for you at all. And so anyway, but they said that if you have brief exposure to it whenever you're doing home renovations, that it's almost completely non-problematic, right? And that's what they said. The issue really is that when you're in it and you're dealing with it for like a long period of time, right? Because like basically they were explaining that my uncle died of asbestos. Yes, exactly, right? Why not? Well, wrong.
Oh, I thought his uncle died of asbestos, which I should feel bad either way, since someone's did, but, yeah, maybe I should really watch myself.
Yeah, it's long-term exposure, and it's like, so you live in a house with asbestos, and basically...
Well, I mean, if it's been there since 90 not even 97, 75, like, wouldn't that be considered long-term exposure?
What asbestos is that it's like it's like some sort of thing, and if you...
It's a thing? Oh, sorry, that was asthma from breathing in bird feces all day in my room. I would really like to get the birds in a different room, but I can't. So if you hear my throat, what would be the word? Kind of choke a little bit? Flap, that's the right word. If you hear my throat flap, it is asthma from breathing in bird junk. What was I saying there?
You have, what do you call it? If you have too much of it in a certain area, if it gets disturbed, it can be damaging, right? And so that's just a thing. Yeah, it's a fiber, I guess, right? And so basically...
I would say that you disturbed the asbestos from that. I would say it would disturb it.
For me, I've never had any of that happen. And also, like, by the way, I've lived in this house for 30 years already. So, like, I mean,
How old are you? I was thinking late 20s. But, yeah, now I'm curious. Maybe you're exactly 30. You've lived there since you were an infant.
If I'm already cooked, right? Like, I mean, if this was asbestos and I was getting asbestos poisoning, I was already fucked, right? It fucks up your lungs. Yeah, exactly. And so that's really what it is. It's flame retardant. Yes, exactly. And so, yeah, I've already been in the house forever. So I'm already fucked if it is and it was exposed. But basically, if you don't, like, fuck with it, nothing bad will really happen. But the problem is that when you do fuck with it, that's whenever it is a problem. And so, yeah, and asbestos there is undisturbed, is no problem. Yes, exactly. And so, basically what we're going to do is we are going to have the ceiling checked for asbestos. And I want to make sure it doesn't happen. And, yeah, that's what it was. Maybe insulators that got ill? Yeah, no doubt. But, yeah. Let's see here. Nothing wrong with a little bit of attic cough? Yeah, a little bit, right? And I also haven't talked a whole lot. Like, yesterday I talked to my dad a little bit. This is the first time I've really been talking to anybody in, like, over a day. And, like, now I'm talking nonstop. So I don't find this to be alarming at all. It's okay. I'm not stressed out.
Does that mean that you're talking and you're never listening? Not a judgment, just a question.
And I'm the kind of guy that's a bit of a hypochondriac, so I'm not worried about it too much at all. And so, yeah, check the walls on the house as well. I will. I'm going to get the whole thing checked out and done. Now, there were a lot of people that were asking me, like, basically, like, why do you live like this, etc. This is a house, like, this is my home. Like,
I don't really judge you. If you really enjoy video games and you want to play for as much time in a day as possible, and you're not affecting anyone around you, yeah, you can be messy, whatever, or let things go. It's not something I actually judge you for. It may be kind of like funny or a thing to talk about, but I just like people who are passionate about a certain thing, and I actually like when people let certain things go to dive into their main interest. And there's been times where I was really trying to work on something, and I did get messy and did not take good care of things. So I understand.
Grew up here. I lived here my whole life, and like this is, you know, I don't want to get rid of the house. Like I could very easily go buy a mansion and go live somewhere else, but this is my home, and I love living
It's cute. I like that.
here, and it makes me happy. The only reason why I would ever move away is if I was gonna move in with like a girl and like maybe start like a
With a gorilla? That would be messy.
family or something, then I would move away just so I'd have more space, and like, you know, I wouldn't want my kids to grow up in the same house that I did, right? I think that would be selfish. But like otherwise,
Are they safe from the gorilla?
you know, like I have no real reason to move away or do anything like that. And so anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. And so like basically my mom was like really into, like, I wouldn't really say she was a hoarder, but she was just really extremely messy, and she would just never allow me to throw anything away or get rid of anything. And so like but my house, like, this, it might sound like weird for me to say this, but like I actually like it when I have nothing in my house, basically, or in my immediate area. Like I like having nothing around, because every single thing is like a problem to me, right? But what's happened is that you know, like all of these things, like my mom has just had so many things and so much stuff that it was hard to get rid of all of it. And any efforts that I would take or try to push towards like getting it clean or improving things at all, like for a long time I was afraid to do it because of COVID at the time, because she refused to get the vaccine, so I couldn't have anybody come into the house and do any.
Do you have anybody come into the house now, besides the people that are working on your house and
Anything, because like, well, I mean, they can't, like, I'd be putting her at risk, and then before that we didn't have the money for it, and so there was never really an opportunity that I really had to be able to do this, because like I told her, I was like, you know, I'll do anything you want, right? You want me to do like a fucking like a walk-in a bathtub, like I'll do anything. But she just didn't really want to deal with it, and she also never wanted people to come in the house. It was a pretty big issue, right? And like it's hard to know like what the right decision is or what not to do or whatever. But yeah, it sucks, right? It does, it sucks. But that's pretty much the reason why it was like that or whatever. I don't think you're a hoarder, you're just lazy. Yeah, definitely. You're here for your change because you went bald early. Now you're
someone who games all day is not lazy. They are doing so many things that are so much more complicated than the things that you're probably doing, especially if it's menial tasks to clean things like surfaces, certain yard work. I mean, certain yard work is an art, that's respectable, but if he's playing a game, committed to a complicated game for 14 hours a day or more, that's not a lazy person.
trying to hold on to everything. You're scared to lose stuff. Yeah, bro, like don't cut your hair, it'll never come back. No, I mean, obviously, like I
actually shaved my head bald once, and people told me that if I shaved my head, it wouldn't grow back right. Well, not my head, but my hair wouldn't grow back right. And they were wrong. You know, no gray hairs, no differences, nothing like that. So, yeah.
don't really like change. I like things the way they are, for sure. But at the same time, I think that there's a point where it's unreasonable, and I think that we've gotten to that point pretty easily. And so I'm hoping that after, you know, all this is over, I'll be able to get things cleaned up and fixed it, right?
I applaud your thin, was that word physique? Your thin appearance while you're drinking that. I wish I could do that.
Did you find a dead animal? No. It was built during 1980. It's a very disruptive process to remove it professionally. It's also monitored by the government during the process. It needs to be removed by vetted workers individually. Also, note, asbestos can linger in the air for 10 years. I mean, I don't know really what to say at that point, right? If it's, if
Air filter, air purifier.
asbestos is like in the air for 10 years, what do they have to like burn down the house? Like, I have no idea.
That's pretty funny.
So I'm not sure what's going to happen or whatever. You could still live in the same house, just a more modern version with the original charm. It's more safer and convenient. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna have to do. And like, for example, like my sink doesn't work. There's one of the bathtubs and bathrooms doesn't work. There's like all kinds of things that are wrong with the house. Like I just,
That's not good.
you know, I grew up at this house, and like my mom never had any money growing up to like really fix a lot of this stuff, or any inclination to either. And so it just kind of got worse over the years, and that's pretty much what it was. So yeah, I don't know really what I'm going to do, but like,
Man, you can waste your whole life away working on the houses. It's like, if you don't enjoy that, you know, I mean, within reason, you know, do your thing.
I do think that like this happening, like originally I was just like, I blew it off. I was like, okay, well, you know, like you win some, you lose some. But like after people were telling me like what happened to them in like these situations, I decided, I was like, this is too much, right? Like I just, you know, I put myself at too much of a risk, and I'm not going to do that. And so that was about it. Property's big enough, you can buy a tiny house to live in. No, I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. I'm going to, like, there's going to be steps that I'm going to take. I'm going to talk to a professional, and I'm going to have them inform me on like the best steps forward, right? Like I have a number of people I can trust, etc., to do that. And I'm just
I want to add that this is my first video. I don't think anyone will watch it, but if people do watch it and they have a lot of bad things to say about me and the way I speak or anything like that, it is my first video, so, you know, it will hurt my feelings, but, you know, you gotta start with the first one, go from there. Start with the first 10 views, get to 6, and then down to 0, and then you go from there.
probably going to, you know, approach it from that way. Is this happening yesterday? Yes, it did. It happened yesterday. And so that's it. A little peace of mind. You can get a couple of air purifiers until they're done. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I could maybe do that. And you're going to renovate.
I have some of those, and you know why? It's because there's bird poop in my room.
Your house whenever it's cleaned up. I mean, not entirely, but I'll
Even if I clean it 3 times a day. Birds go to the bathroom 50 times a day. And so you could lay a newspaper on top of that bathroom each time. That's 50 newspapers. You're going to need a lot of newspapers for the week.
renovate the places, the parts that are unclean or problematic. Yeah, I will. Absolutely. So if you're considering getting a new house, well, I covered that a minute ago. Like, I would only do it if I was moving in with somebody. But like, other than that, like getting married. Like,
is that 400 newspapers a week? I'm tired. I can't do it.
Like, other than that, I like living here. It's totally fine. It's not a big deal. And so, yeah, that's at least the way that I feel about it. You see a new GTA trailer? Yeah, I did. Did you see a thing Hassan said about Tectone? Yeah, I did. We'll get through all that. But like, I wanted to kind of talk about like where I was yesterday, what was going on, etc. Have you noticed termites? No, I haven't. I didn't notice a single termite. To be honest with you, I was kind of surprised by that. Are you good for now? Yeah, for now. And hopefully it stays the same. But yeah. What about the pipes? Oh, they're fucked too. And it'll probably cost me.
350 newspapers a week. I'm sorry, everyone.
I'm just gonna say it. It'll probably cost me over $100,000 to get everything done. Like, I would not be surprised if it costed that much. It was gonna be an insane amount of money, just because of how much.
Actually, divide that by however many like individual pages are in a newspaper, which I don't know if that changes every newspaper, if there's a standard number of pages in each one. So it's not as bad as you think, but it's still really bad and it still really smells in here.
Many things are wrong. Like, I probably have to rebuild that more. You could be right. I mean, I have some things done, like the siding on the house is done all the way. But yeah, if it takes more, then it takes more, right? That's it. I mean, it's my home, and so I'm gonna have to do it, right? But I'm not gonna clean up everything. I'm just gonna clean up the stuff that's like actively dangerous, right? And things that are like very inconvenient. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened, and that's why I wasn't on yesterday. And man, what a fucking day. What a fucking day. Yeah, Mudahar responded, and yeah, looks like we're probably gonna be cleaning shit up, man. And I'm a little bit surprised. I'm actually quite surprised. But you dropped your gay card? No, I didn't. Wait, what? Oh, no, guys, come on. And stream it? Yeah, we'll see what happens. I got him. And I am gonna get that done. It's in the process of being done now. It's not gonna happen immediately, but it'll take a little bit of time, and then we'll get into it. Cleaning the whole house or just the new mess? I am going to I can just make like a little short list, okay? House problems. Sink doesn't work. Hole in the door that
The kitchen sink?
rats get.
I mean, I lived in a dorm, so we would have to use the bathroom sink if we wanted to make our own food or microwave. We'd have to hand wash it in the bathroom. So you're still alright. It looks like you order a lot of food, but I'm not sure which sink doesn't work.
In from.
Hole in the door, so I hope it's not an area where it gets cold. If you're in Texas, man, I wouldn't want like those huge spiders just walking in my door. That'd be terrible. Or like scorpions. Yeah.
Hole in the pantry that rats get in from. Hole in the ceiling because the light fixture fell down. Let's see. Bathroom broken. Let's see. Besides that, okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, garage door destroyed.
This is getting really stressful. And if you have the money, you could hire people and you could sit there and game while they work on it and just watch everything improve around you. So I know it's annoying to stay on the phone or try to like schedule things with companies, and some of them, you know, throw you for loops or whatever. They're like, oh, we have to come back to something, you know, we need this other piece of equipment. But I mean, you know, the only way you can get on top of things is just starting. So here's your outline for your essay, and then have other people write your essay for you.
Garage door broken. Wasps get in.
I couldn't do that. I'm so scared of wasps.
I think those are like kind of some of the big ones, right? I'm trying to think if there's
kind of some of the big ones. Okay.
anything else that's really problematic as well. Panettiere. Oh yeah, mold in the bathroom.
I can fix that. Give me like $40 and I'll clean that.
Okay. Let's see. Besides,
Buy me Oblivion Remastered, and I will do that, and a little bit more, and I'll stay out of your way, and I don't know what else to say.
besides that, that's not really big. Oh yeah, the roof. Wall. Oh yeah. Hole in my mom's room with water damage. Yeah, I forgot about that one. That was another one. And yeah, the new hole from yesterday, obviously. Kitchen cabinet. Oh yeah, kitchen cabinets are rotten, decayed. Okay, let's see. House problems. Okay, that's another one. Okay. Besides that,
It's not that big of a list. It's not that big. The things that need to be fixed are big, but it's still within reason. The list size is within reason, not the things that need to be done. There's a lot of things that need to be done for each of these.
I'm just trying to think. Carpet. Oh yeah, carpet. Carpet is rotten and waterlogged. Okay, yeah, there's definitely that.
This can't be good for his lungs.
I forgot about that. Oh yeah, all walls are yellow from smoke. Okay, let's see, I'm trying to think.
Yellow walls are in, actually, so should be good to go.
I think that's pretty much, those are the main ones, right? Need a new paint job? Yeah, I'm trying to think, is there any new issues? That's pretty much a good start, right? Is the foundation good? Yeah, foundation's fine, it's not an issue. And outside the house is pretty much all cleaned up, it's fine. I had to get all that done for his inspector came out. There's like a whole situation a while ago. And let's see. New pipes. Oh yeah, well, I think that like there's something. This is probably a good start. Oh yeah, hole in the wall from when Zach tried to do a front flip onto the bed and kicked the hole in the wall. There's definitely that, but we just put a blanket over that, so that's not really a big issue.
You should have a macro that spells hole and just press that button, because these are a lot of holes.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, a little bit, a few of these things, right? These would be the ones that I would start with, okay? Just move, bro. The oven works. Yeah, the oven does work. You're on speaker. What, did I forget something?
Huh?
Well, you're on speaker. What, did I forget something?
Yeah, you remember when I punched a hole in the wall when you were a little kid?
That's right. Yep. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
His mother punched a hole in the wall, or his father?
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Put the
that's
door back
normal.
on your bathroom. And your bedroom, I mean, the front bedroom.
No, I have that. That's good. The door's fine.
Is it hung?
Yeah.
In your room, in that front room?
Yeah. No, I did that. I was like 15, 16.
Oh, okay. Well, there's the fact that your bathroom and your mom's bathroom are shitholes.
I have that.
And they need to be redone.
Yeah.
Well, that's not only the mold, but the
Well, that's
toilet.
guess it.
You didn't get a new toilet. You know, you need a new toilet. That thing's a shithole.
Well, that's what they all are. But yeah,
I know that's why they need to be replaced.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, that's the thing to add. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Did you want me to call Matt about it?
No. I got Let me call you after I go live, and I've got an update for you on it. But because I did it this morning.
Oh, okay. Because let me check on these guys first before they do the work.
Mm. Okay, that sounds good. All right, thanks, and I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'm sure to think of something else.
Right.
That'll do for now.
Okay. All right. Yo. Bye.
Yo, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So there were a couple of things I did forget about, but for the most part, that was about it. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at right now, and hopefully we'll get a lot of this done. You should spend a little money. I'm going to. I'm gonna do it. It's not gonna be a big deal. It's not gonna be a problem.
Please clear the street.